Hello! Today I'll be sharing my experience flying from London Heathrow Terminal 5 to Toronto Pearson Terminal 3 on British Airways in December of 2020. I took the tube to Heathrow from central London on the Piccadilly line. The tube wasn't too busy, as this was in the middle of a lockdown, and there were plenty of seats and space to leave my luggage. After arriving at Heathrow, I took the elevators up to the departure area. The staff were doing temperature checks for everyone checking in and dropping luggage, but otherwise, the process for check-in was very smooth with minimal wait times. Security was also very quick, and I was in the terminal in no time. Once in the terminal, I decided to check out the Club Aspire Lounge near gate A18. Check out the video link in the description box below, or at the end of this video for that experience. My departure gate was far away from the security area, so I had a long walk and a ride on the transit to the C gates. Most of the shops in this area were closed due to the lockdown. While the rest of the airport was relatively quiet, the gate area was very busy. The gate agents boarded by rows from front to back. Boarding took longer than expected, as gate agents had to check passengers who weren't allowed into Canada under the COVID-19 rules to make sure they had an onward flight to their final destination. Once on the plane, I found my seat and stowed my bags. The flight attendants handed out a personal protection pack containing a sanitizing wipe, hand sanitizer, and a plastic waste bag. Also waiting for me at my seat were headphones. The seat was comfortable enough for a 7 to 8 hour flight, with a good amount of legroom and seat recline. There was also a small pillow and blanket at the seat. The seat came with a screen, remote control, USB plug, and tray table, which wasn't very sturdy. The headphones attached at the armrest, and the in-flight entertainment system was responsive, with a good selection of movies and TV shows. Boarding was finishing and we were ready for takeoff with a completely full flight. Unfortunately, I didn't get great footage of takeoff as it was already dark and I was seated in the middle section. Soon after takeoff, the flight attendants came through with drinks and snacks. I had some sparkling water and pretzels. They also distributed a dinner box. The box contained a cold salad with some grains, a dessert pot, a bottle of water, and a hot dish of pasta with plastic cutlery. After the meal, they collected the garbage and dimmed the cabin lights for sleep, which meant it was time for me to freshen up in the lavatory. The lavatory was pretty standard, with a toilet, sink, and coat hook. One nice thing was that they had a bottle of sanitizing wipes, which was helpful because the one sanitizing wipe that came in the personal protection pack was quite small. Also close to the lavatories in the galley area, flight attendants had set up some snacks, including Walker's biscuits and water for passengers to take if they were hungry during the flight. I spent the remainder of the flight sleeping and watching movies. Around an hour and a half before landing, the flight attendants came through the cabin again with drinks and another small meal, this time wrapped in a paper bag. The bag came with a bottle of water, a chicken Caesar roll, plastic cutlery, and a Kit Kat bar. After landing, flight attendants announced they would be disembarking passengers row by row to help with distancing. While this meant it took a little longer to deplane, it wasn't as crowded as it could have been, especially on such a full flight. Overall, the flight was fine. I was surprised the flight was so full, as international travel has generally been quieter since the pandemic started, but this was close to Christmas and school holidays. Unfortunately, it meant less personal space on the flight and less distancing, which is pretty risky. I liked the way the meals were served, as everything came individually wrapped, which was good for hygiene. After disembarking, it was a very long walk to the customs area, probably at least 1 kilometer. There was some confusion at the customs area, with many passengers blocking the doors, trying to fill out their ArriveCAN app. I had already filled out the app's required information prior to leaving London, so once I got through to the customs hall, I used the machines to enter my information and print out a customs form, then took it to a customs officer. The officer asked to see my ArriveCAN form as well as my printed customs form, and confirmed I had a place to quarantine for 14 days, then allowed me through to the baggage claim area. Once I claimed my baggage, I left the airport to my accommodation. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more.